This is my muzzleloader hunt, October 2025 in Georgia. So this is October the 11th when this deer's out here on my food plot, and it's a little deer. I don't know if it's a button buck or a little doe, but it was also out there on the 12th. Each time I come to the box blind that I'm in, it's out there feeding. So what I've done is I've cut a trail through the pines behind the box blind, and I can slip along that trail, and I can come up using the box blind itself as cover, and I'm able to get into the box blind and get set up without the deer ever knowing that I'm there. This little deer stayed out there for 30 minutes or so, and I got probably 20 minutes of video footage, but I've cut it all down to where it's just a few minutes of it browsing around and eating some of the corn that it finds on the ground there. You'll notice there's quite a few dove that are walking around too. They're picking up corn as well. This is still the same deer. He had just stepped off a little bit, and then he's coming back out of the pine trees back out there to feed on the wheat and oats. Those wheat and oats are only about 2 weeks old, but they're up tall enough to where he can nibble at them. And then I film him for a little bit until he finally walks off the field. And this is where he finally left. He headed off down towards the bottom. And right after he left, off to my left, I saw this other deer come out, and I had to move the camera over to this side. I had a lot more footage of him as well, but I cut it down because it's just, I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm seeing just when I'm sitting in this box blind. This particular deer, he has no brow tines, but he's I call him a pronghorn type rack because it's not a spike, but he's got forks on each one. And from my nighttime photos of him, that's the camera right there to the left of him on a post. But anyway, I get photos of him and he's blind in his left eye, or at least it doesn't reflect any light. Sometimes when he's looking straight on, you can see one eye reflecting and the other one not. He finally gets up the nerve and goes over there to the trough and starts feeding. And he feeds for a little while, but I cut most of that out and I just put in there where he feeds a little bit and a close-up of him eating, and then he leaves the field. He later comes out down there by the feeder, but that footage was too dark to add in, or to film actually, so I don't have any of that footage. So here I wanted to get a little bit of footage. I didn't film that little deer. This is on the 12th, Sunday, the next day. But I did want to get a little bit of footage of the setup of me in the box blind and showing that I do actually have my muzzle loader there in case I want to take something. And I'm getting shots of both the trough and the spin feeder. And this is the trough coming up. And I was thinking that I really needed to have a deer in the shot to kind of give you an idea of my perspective. And when I turned back facing northeast, which is the spin feeder, which is 100 yards away, by the way, it's 100 yards from where I'm at, I see a deer coming out. And I thought it was that same little one at first, but it's not. This is a full-grown doe, and she's coming out on a mowed trail that I have through the pines. And what she's doing is she's sniffing around because about 5 hours earlier I had trimmed some of the lower limbs off of those pine trees. They were obstructing my vision, and I just got them out of the way so that I could see clearly. And she comes out and she's feeding, but boy, she is antsy. She keeps popping that head up and looking, and at one point when she walks over to my right, she catches a little bit of my wind, and you'll see her run off. But she doesn't run. She does not run far. As you can see, she didn't run far. She just went back to smelling where I'd cut those limbs earlier. In a moment, the other one comes back out, and they feed around for a little bit. And then they go back into the trail and head on back into the woods. A little while after that, they come out down there by the feeder. And I'm shooting video footage of them, but they are real antsy, skittish, and one keeps looking back into the woods, and it's not until right at dark, I mean, I'm just about out of shooting light, 3 bucks come out. Of course, I don't have footage of that. It was too dark to video. But there's a 7-point, that pronghorn 4-point, and then there's one other that was bigger, but as soon as he came out, he went to the left into the pines, and I never saw him again. I don't know if it was that big 9-point that I've got pictures of, or if it was an 8-point. There's an 8-point that's real wide, but it seemed like he was pretty tall, and that 8-point is not tall. He's just wide. But anyway, that's how I spent Saturday and Sunday. And I only hunt the evenings from about 6 till 7:30, and I'm just videoing the deer. It's rare that I'm going to pull the trigger on anything. It has to be really exceptional before I'll pull the trigger. But again, this is just my muzzleloader deer hunt. I've saw plenty of deer. I'm probably going to go again in a few days, just to end out the muzzleloader season, because the 18th our rifle season starts. Now this is where they came out at the feeder, and you can see the one on the left. She's over there near the edge of the woods, but she acts like she hears something, and I had a lot of footage of her just standing there looking. The other one got skittish and ran off, but she stood there for the longest time, and I just videoed her, and I've cut this down as much as I could so that the video, I had 40 minutes of video footage, and I've cut it down to 17 minutes. So this is it. I'm going to try and video as much as I can while I'm in the deer stands, and I'm going to bring these videos out on Wednesday, and I'm going to change my regular lineup instead of Tuesday and Friday to Monday and Friday, with the deer videos being on Wednesday of the middle of the week. But that's pretty much it for my muzzle loader season. Of course, we'll see what happens when I go later this week, but hopefully I can get some footage of that one as well.